mantras, and whoever comes, you can accept the Atmanand. So Atmanand is the boss of the Microsoft. Let we shall chant mantra Om 3 times all together, wherever you are, and please mute your microphone. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunakta Sahaviriyam Karavavahe Tejasvina Vadhitamastu Ma Vidvisavahe Om Shanti 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 Om Sankaram Sankaracharyam Kesavam Bhadarayanam Sutrabhasakritam Vande Bhagavanto Punaha Punaha Om Shanti 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 Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sajidanandamurtaye Nisprapanchaya Santaya Niralambaya Tejase Om Shanti 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 Om Gurubhyo Namaha Om Ganganapataye Namaha Om Ayam Saraswataye Namaha Om Kling Kalikaye Namaha Om Kling Bhadrakalli Namaha Om Gam Durgaye Namaha Om Him Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya. Thanks to all of you. Listen to my prayers. Please start. So today the theme is Vanaprastha Sannyas. But in Vanaprastha Sannyas, we are going to study so many topics. So you have to understand what Vanaprastha Sannyas. As per the Vedic science, the science of revelation, not science of intellect or science of the sense, right? The science of revelations. Only science can help us to final liberation. And we have so many kind of wisdom, so many kind of knowledge. But only the wisdom of revelation can help us in order to enter the final kingdom of the freedom. I call freedom because you always use the freedom. You don't understand what is enlightenment. You may speak English, but sometimes you don't understand the meanings. One time I was in London. I said, may you speak English very good, but you don't understand the meanings at all. Like in India, sometimes they speak Hindi, they don't understand the meaning of Hindi themselves also. Similarly, so I try to use the word of freedom. Two things we want in our life, love and freedom. Love need to continue eternally and freedom has to continue eternally. Two things, no matter what you have, right? So therefore, Vanaprastha Sannyas is the third stages of the lifestyle as per the Vedic science, the science of revelation, right? So this kind of science written by the rishis, the saints, after their enlightenments. We have, you see, there's so many kind of knowledge we have. You go college, universities, school, whatever. You study all academic. The science of academic is everything is related to the mind, the senses, matters. It doesn't help us for the final freedom or the final love in order to understand properly, to experience properly. So that you have to be clear. So today I'm going to topic. I try to speak simple language so that you can understand properly, right? So therefore, so that the four stages of life, brahmacharya, grihastha, vanaprastha and sannyas, the four stages of lifestyle as per the Vedic science. And whatever available to us today, Vedic science also coming from the Saivaism, Saiva Agama, that many people don't know. All kind of science, all kind of wisdom is coming from science of Tantra, Agama Sastras, Agama and Nigam, two perspectives. Agama means to flow, not to control. Let flow. When flow, you get freedom, right? Like the river flow, all the way to the ocean, then the river will feel freedom. When you block it, it's also create a lot of problems, right? When you make the dam and when you try to canal, it sometimes a lot of rain, tsunami comes, dam is collapsed, so a lot of problem comes. You get a benefit, but there is a lot of problems as well. Similarly, so Tantra is all about let flow, not to control, but need to aware and overcome the obstacles. Like the river. River have a lot of obstacles in order to attain, in order to reach, in order to arrive in the ocean. Right? Similarly, so we have four stages of life in order to attain the final liberation, final freedom, or to experience the eternal love. You experience love. Eating ice cream, also you experience love, right? Like we get love. So anyways, this is the India. So still we are hand of the God. Remember that. Always remember you are in India means hand of the God. Not the hand of the internet, not the Wi-Fi, not diesel, nothing. So still satellites are under control of the divinity as well. You must be clear that. We sometimes think human being create the Wi-Fi, not at all. This technology are the function by the divinity, by the supreme powers as well. Am I clear that? There are so many planets, and so many planets are can anytime they can be dissolved to the whole cosmos, right? The whole creation coming from cosmos, and everything goes to cosmos as well. So ultimate is there anyway. But as Europeans, we are sometimes stressed. This is a lesson of stress free. So that the four stages of life. So first is the brahmacharya, that you must write, because I try to explain what is the Vanaprastha. Then I'm going to speak about different topics. But today I'm going to start the first sutra of the Shiva Sutras. Brahmacharya means Brahmacharya, Brahman means Brahman, the absolute God. Charya means active, like behavior. So those behavior like a God, that is called Brahmacharya. But many people translate Brahmacharya means celibacy or abstain from sex. That is not right and correct word, not the right definitions. Right? If you understand Brahmacharya means, like for example, everyone right to attend final liberation, final enlightenment. Even for example, you marry, but if you have no sex, how can children come? Or creation come? Like my father, mother, if they don't have love, they have no maitan or sex, they practice brahmacharya, then how am I available to you? But there is, so enlightenment for everyone. But must be clear that for enlightenment, for final love or the final freedoms, there is no evident. Anyone, anytime, anywhere, one can be liberated. Anytime, anywhere, any moment, one can experience love. The two things, love and final freedom, one can experience anytime, anywhere, any conditions. Am I clear that? So therefore, brahmacharya means mindfulness, awareness. Am I clear that? That's the real translations. God means we translate as supreme consciousness. Supreme consciousness means to be aware. Conscious, aware, mindfulness. And if you are aware and mindfulness and conscious that nothing can be happen wrong in your life, that to be clear. So that is called brahmacharya. So brahmacharya means the right education, mindfulness, awareness, not absent from sex. Right? That is my way of understanding of brahmacharya. Am I clear that? So therefore, but brahmacharya, it has its own value. I don't deny it. Brahmacharya, it has own value, the vital energy, even tantric concept. This is that you have to preserve the vital energy at any cost, any moments. But that the techniques. But there are the householders. For example, I'm speaking one word, very bad word, like a prostitute. What they do? Their business is the sex, right? And they earn the money to survive. But they also right to get enlightenment. A prostitute person also right to get final enlightenment, final love, final freedom as well. They are also the sides, and I can teach. Anyone, any moment can be enlightenment. Am I clear that? So therefore, brahmacharya means awareness, mindfulness. Am I clear that? Or right education. Am I clear that? But generally, when you go to traditional monastery or ascetic monastery, yes, we say that brahmacharya means practice elements. So that if you are engaged so many samsara or sexual activities, you may lose your concentration of the mind. That you know also. When you fall in love, you like a divorce or like break up your partners, you have so many days, sadness, depression, you hanging yourself, you kill yourself. So this is the negative aspect of the sex. But positive aspect is sex, if you are mindfulness, if you are aware, so that leads to the freedom and love. So therefore, monastic life is a practice always. So don't jump all kind of obstacles. Don't be depressed. Don't be hang yourself. Am I clear that? You understand what I'm speaking to you? So I have both way. Otherwise, the monastic or big gurus, they're going to say, what is Swami Samarpan? He's a guru. What is speaking? I try to help for everyone. Monastic life, social life. And it must be clear, there is no evidence. There is no proper way, but there is many ways. There are no particular certificates. Okay, this we can be enlightenment. Not like that. You can be in a toilet. You can be enlightenment. You can be with your beloveds. You can be enlightenment. Sometimes you are swimming, going to die. You can be enlightenment. You can collect the garbage. You can be enlightenment. You clean the floor of the ashrams. I always say that. You can be enlightenment. Right? You can cook in the food. You can be enlightenment. A mother giving the birth can be enlightenment with labor pain. So one can be enlightenment anywhere, any conditions, anytime, anywhere. Am I clear that? So therefore, so brahmacharya means right education, mindfulness, awareness, conscious, positive attitude, positive understanding, mutual respect, mutual acceptance. These are all the definition of brahmacharya. And that is it is a skill to be a God, to achieve the consciousness of God. So why need to practice brahmacharya? The question mark comes. In order to attain the love and the final freedom. So that the monastic life. So brahmacharya is helping to develop a concentration of mind. And a concentration of mind leads to the dhyana, the meditation. And the meditation leads to the samadhi in order to experience the reality, the essence of reality. Am I clear that? So therefore, so brahmacharya, it has own value. But at the same time, as a householder, if you practice brahmacharya, how can help the creation? So when you marry, you have children. So you need to have the maithan or the sexual union, right? So that is called creation. So sex have three purposes. Procreation, create the child. But through that, you also continue, either you develop bad karma or you contribute good karma to the society. Depends what your child will be. If you're a gang leader, you can kill millions, right? Like today, many atomic energy around the world, they put in the bomb, 1,000 people killed. So we have to understand, but at the same time, atomic energies help us to create a lot of electricity, and we can run in a lot of machine technology. So you see the negative sides, the positive sides. Killing a lot of people is negative sides. So same time, the sexual energy, the vital energy has the positive understanding or positive approach or positive fruits, right? And fruitful. So positive things are there. So it depends. So how so life you create a child? So you have to think about it. Is my child going to create bad karma? Yeah, and you are responsible for that. Not only your child, parents also responsible, part and partially when child develop bad karma as well. So therefore, in Indian systems, Vedic science, and we don't marry to direct be monk, not to wife and children. Don't create the children. Don't be involved with your bad karmas. So this is one scientific cause. But at the same time, if you are ready and you can marry, you can have children and develop good karma or bad karma as you wish. So in ancient time, the householders, they marry, they create children, they're sending their children for right education, right samskara to Gurukul systems. So that in ancient time, there are no violence. Like today we have. We don't have proper education. So therefore, so Brahmacharya have the procreation, it has meanings. And to practice Brahmacharya, abstain from sex, it has its own meanings. So you don't have disturbed by so many things in social life. We sometimes see in social life, what we do many things in social life. For what? Nothing. For sensual pleasures. You earn a lot of money. You make a beautiful house. You have motor car. You have job. For what? Only sensual pleasures. Right? So that is the objectives. Nothing else. What you do? At the end of the day, you understand that it doesn't make us happy. That the household lives. So I'm speaking Brahmacharya and household life. Called Grihastha. But at the same time, what are the positive aspects? Positive aspect is you helping the creation, nurturing the creation, and helping the society as well. So that the positive contribution to the whole creation. If you bring the beautiful child, that child can help bring the light of the whole world, like Buddha, for example, right? They bring the light to the whole world. So you have to create the child like Buddha. Even in their own two children, they also finally taught the Dhamma. You know that the children of Buddha finally they also carry the Dharma and spread the Buddhism around the world as well at that time. So what I mean, like in Chandasoka, there was king. He loved to kill many people and very happy. But he came to contact of the Lord Buddha. And finally, he changed his lifestyles. So what I mean, Lord Buddha, such a child you give to the creation and you bring the light and free from the all violence. If you are a good father and mother, so you can be a good child. Otherwise, you create the child who putting the bomb and killing so many million people. It depends on you. How you use your sexual energy, how you leading your life. That's what I mean to you today. So procreation and pleasure. So we are using our sexual energy for pleasure. And that is also loss of energy. So there are 4 third stages for samadhi. So this is a tantric concept. Samadhi means to experience super consciousness by using sexual energy. So you can also enter in samadhi super consciousness. But you have to know these methods so that you can control your vital and sexual energy in tantric concepts. But in monastic systems, no, you don't allow to use at all the sexual energy, being a celibacy and keep the energy and meditate. Don't involve any social and the samsaric life. I am here as like a master to teach you and give you guidance. You have to choose. I'm not going to decide for you, and I'm not right to decide for you. As per the science of enlightenment, each an individual has to decide. Master or guru, they only can guide for you, but they cannot decide for you. They can have suggestions for you. They can show the path for you, but they can't take decision. It means they abuse the system of enlightenment. Am I clear that? But there's the science, like a great yogi, great master like Milarepa. He was totally surrendered to their gurus. Milarepa is a great yogi, great master in Tibet. He was totally surrendered. Whatever masters he does. But sometimes master only can say you have to do this when you are complete surrender. But very rare happens. Generally, we don't trust. Sometimes we go to the theater of the laboratory in the hospital to operation. We don't trust it. But how can we get operation? So therefore, we have anesthesia. And somebody has to sign the papers before they give anesthesia. That means we don't trust the doctor. We have to sign all papers. So Guru only instruct, or master or teacher can instruct. Even the parents only instruct the child when they understand the child is eligible to accept 100%. Am I clear that? So this household life. So you have to choose Brahmacharya, Grihastha. So Brahmacharya, the final meaning of Brahmacharya means right education. Right? Right education. Awareness, right consciousness. So that you can guide towards your lifestyles, towards your positive lifestyles, positive understandings, and positive attainment. And grace in the household. So household is all about taking care of 3 ashrams. Brahmacharya ashram people, the people study. Then third is the Vanaprastha and Sannyasa. So Grihastha, as per the Vedic science, is more hard life. Because Grihastha household life, you have to take responsibility of the 3 ashrams as per Vedic lifestyles. Same time, the people going to like education. As a household, you have right, you have to take care of them like children. You have to take care of them. Like in Vanaprastha, they have nothing. They have to withdraw the social duties. And in order to entering or engagement of the science of enlightenment. And sannyas is total renunciations. They only meditate and they begging the food. So in India, sometimes you say, you are too young to be sannyas, to be monk. I think you are cheating yourself. Why you are monk? Why you depend on the society? You don't work, you don't have food, you don't have a house. Why are you begging? You are lazy, you are idiot. So this is the Western understanding. You are civilized understanding like that. Because you don't have this kind of lifestyles. So many people don't, it's very negative to the monks. You understand that called sannyas. With sannyas people, therefore they beg. Therefore, it does not, this kind of culture does not available in every part of the world. Even today, even modern century. And it exists only Asian countries. Very few Asian countries. Right? So it means the society does not accept the final enlightenment. But a sannyas means the monks, they actually bring the light, the wisdom to the whole planet, to the whole cosmos. And purity there. They bring the lights. They bring the light to the whole world. They guide to the Brahmacharya ashram, to the Grihastha ashram, to the Vanaprastha. So Vanaprastha is the 3rd stages. Vana means forest. In ancient time, so you have to renounce the worldly life slowly and hand over your duties to your children. Then slowly withdraw your duties and go to jungle and forest to meditate. But still you not renounce completely. So Vanaprastha, the 3rd stages of life, where you try to go to final enlightenment to be monk and slowly giving your responsibility to your children, to your society. So that is the Vanaprastha, 3rd stages of life. But nowadays, neither we are practicing Brahmacharya ashram, neither Grihastha, nor Vanaprastha, nor even sannyas. We forget the 4 lifestyles. So I am here in order to bring this consciousness to the whole civilizations of the current lifestyles. I am here to make you aware. Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, sannyas. So sannyas is monk, like a Swami, like a master. There are many kinds of styles. There are Vedic sannyas, Saiva sannyas, Tantric sannyas, many kinds of sannyas there. So there are many kinds of sannyas. So Vedic sannyas, Vanaprastha, right? So Vanaprastha means develop the awareness, develop the consciousness, how to manage your social life, your marital life, your family life with harmony, and entering the sannyas life. Sannyasi life is not about renunciation, but right understanding of the enlightenment. Right understanding of the, in order to experience the freedom, experience of love, and you have the sublimation, all the energy to transcend to the higher consciousness. So sannyas is all about to experience the Atma Jnana, the supreme consciousness, the eternal consciousness, the eternal love, the ultimate. So this is the 4 stages of the lifestyles. Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyas. Am I clear that? So Vanaprastha like karma sannyas. Karma sannyas means you have to experience like half. Like what is the reasons, how to be detached, but same time carry your duties of your social life, your family, your parents, your brother, your sisters, your job, whatever. But same time withdraw slowly to understand properly. To understand sannyas means to understand totality of yourself. Sannyas is not about renounce. Sannyas is not about detachment. Sannyas is about to right understanding of the enlightenments. Am I clear that? There is many kind of commentaries you can read, but it's different. Sannyas people write translate as monk. But for me, is right understanding of enlightenments. Right understanding to understand yourself. Understanding yourself means not about the mind, not about the senses. Understanding of yourself means I am not this body, not the mind, not the body, not the senses, but something else which never die. You and me will die, this body will die, but something never die. That is yourself. Whatever is your death, that is not yours. You lose your body, you lose your mind, you lose your hair, you lose your cloth, you lose your skin, you lose your hands, everything you lose it, right? You lose your country. Like this, many war happen, many people lose their country. Country not belongs to them. Today you are sitting of this, you are sitting of that, right? So where your country? Where your body even? You are become sick. Sometimes you cut your hands, cut your hairs, cut your everything, right? Many things you cut. When cancer happens, right? When a cancer happens, sometimes doctor recommend you must cut the piece and throw out. There are no medicines if you want to survive some few days. Like some women say with the breast cancer, doctor recommend cut the breast and throw out. Right? The thing like sensitive way. Similar, same thing happens. Many things happen in the body. If intestine not good, cancer, they're cut in throughout. Even man, sometimes they lose their testicle cell. I'm speaking very sensitive things. What I mean, nothing belongs to you. What you think, you get the all kind of sensual pleasures. Nothing. This is not belongs to you. Right? So what is yours? Which is stay all the time with you. And that is your soul, that is your spirit. And that are the secrets. So therefore, today I want to start only one sutra, Shiva Sutra. But same time to time, I'm going to speak about Vanaprastha introductions. But today you have to understand what is called Saiva Agama. There are two kinds of tantric concept, Saktaism and Saivism. Like yesterday you have been studying the Vijnana Bhairavatana. And today you are going to study Shiva Sutra. The Sutra number 1. And you must understand the Shiva Sutra is part of the Saiva Agama. It's Saivism, not Vedic science. It's called Saivism. In ancient time, you have to understand they call Saiva, Shiva, Saiva Sannyas, Tantric Sannyas, Vedic Sannyas, many kind of quotes Sannyas. Even I don't know many things. But I belong to Vedic Sannyas. I personally also following the Saivism as per the Tantric concepts. Tantric perspectives. Saiva Agama. And the Sutra number 1 is taught by Lord Shiva directly. They say, Chaitanam Atman. Chaitanam Atman. Chaitanam. So Chaitanam Atma, Lord Shiva, reveal what is consciousness. Atma is the consciousness. Soul is the consciousness. Chaitanam Atma. Chaitanya means conscious. And who is conscious? Your body, your skin, your eyes? No, your soul. Your Atma is the conscious. Right? Say Chaitanya Atma. So then we said awareness which has absolute freedom of knowledge and activity is called Chaitanya. Again, I repeat, awareness which has absolute freedom of knowledge and activity is called Chaitanya. Atma, Atma means the essence of the reality. Essence of the reality. Or we say nature of reality. Awareness which has absolute freedom of all knowledge and activities is the self of the nature of reality. Atma means absence of all sufferings, absence of all karmas, and absence of what? Ignorance, absence of doubts. Atma means pure trust. Sometimes you say, trust me. What does that mean? Trust is a state of the consciousness is coming from your soul, from your Atma. Mind never trusts you. That you know that. Mind remain confused. Mind create the doubts, confusions. Mind become ignorant also. Right? Mind can be restless. Trust and love, two things. So Atma is love and trust is a state of the consciousness that help us in order to achieve, attain the final destinations. So therefore we say trust. If you no trust, you can achieve nothing. You can check in your life, anything you do, you lose the trust, means you lose your path, lose your destiny. Like a child trusts mother, and mother helping the child. When a child cannot trust the mother, mother can't help nothing. That you also know. Am I clear? That is very simple. And everyone have the mother, you have the mother, and you've grown up with your mother. And you can see that. When you don't trust your mother, and the mother also hopeless. Can't do nothing, can't help you nothing. Similarly, trust is very important of the science of enlightenment. And in order also to experience love, no matter. Even if you work in your social life, you stay with your father or mother, your wife or children or beloveds, whatever. But trust has to be there. You lose the trust, start all conflicts. So it's difficult to stay, even if we don't stay with our own parents. We don't stay our own beloveds. We divorce, break up, all kind of relations. We don't continue our company even when we don't trust it. So trust brings confidence, and trust brings in order to attain and experience the love and supreme consciousness, that the Atman. And that we're going to study Patanjali Yoga Sutra when we study Iswara Pranidhan, self-surrender. That the trust. If you don't trust, that's not possible to surrender. Even you go to the hospital, when a doctor gives medicines, if you don't trust, even if this medicine does not help you to have the good health. I remember sometimes we don't trust some doctors. I remember when I was in school, I was a kid. Sometimes you don't trust the doctor. They give some medicine, we throw them out. But sometimes we tell to our parents, I want to doctor, I'll be okay. I know these things. We take the medicine, we throw out. We sometimes think this doctor is not a good doctor. If he give medicine, we'll die. We'll be not healthy. So what I mean, you don't trust it. I remember clearly. I know in the table there are 2-3 tablets, whatever. You have headaches, you have nose pain, or ear pain, or eye pain, or anything happens. They have 2-3 tablets, whatever the tablets come, they give you. That is India. On table only 2 or 3 tablets maximum. No matter what kind of disease you have. So doctor only prescribed the 3 tablets. I remember today in our village hospital, not many medicines. So there we sometimes we talk, when we are a kid, we had talk. Only 3 tablets, no matter what kind of you have problems. So what I mean about to trust. When you trust, and you can achieve everything in your life. So therefore, you have to check today. If you have any problems in your life, there must be no trust. Just check. Check your consciousness. You do sadhana, but you don't trust your sadhana as well. So you can achieve the results of your sadhana, of the practice. Sometimes you love each other. We don't trust each other. Then that love cannot continue longer time. Not possible. You do business, you don't trust your business. The business cannot continue long time. Because when you don't trust, it is a state of the consciousness and brings doubt, confusions. This energy does not help you to succeed. Even you driving sometimes on the road, when you don't trust, you are so paranoia and insecure, you have accident happens. Right? You boom. Sometimes you drive, maybe you are a good driver, but sometimes due to your family, due to your social duties, and so many difficulties there, and you think about that, and you forget to drive properly, then you can have accident. I remember yesterday, the first time I drive in few days, because I was silent, I was not out of ashram, so I tried to drive with someone behind me. And same time, I was not fully conscious, and my consciousness goes somewhere. I could boom on the jeep, but it doesn't happen. It was traditional monastery. I tried to say, oh, this is the monastery where I studied for years, ascetic. No ladies sadhus are allowed, the Kailas ashram. So what I mean, sometimes we change our consciousness. We not concentrate properly. So whatever you do, you must trust, you must concentrate, you must be positive and positive attitude and keep continue. If you don't, for example, you practice Surya Namaskar one day, if you don't continue your Surya Namaskar, the sun celebrations will be unhealthy. Sometimes you think, oh, only Surya Namaskar, only sun celebration. What can I get out of this? Is it this Surya Namaskar or sun celebration? Is it going to help me in order to have the good health? Your doubt, confusion, no trust. But I am pretty sure I do every day Surya Namaskar, even 1 round or 2 rounds every day. I do pranayama, other things. But Surya Namaskar, such exercise, such highly, I personally recommend you practice the regular Surya Namaskar, even 3 rounds. You will find the good health in your life, the best health in your life. Even you are going to 100 years old, you will be look like young. In ancient time, many people, they live for long life, not 100 years, they live for 1,000 years. Because of a trust, because of belief, because of hormones. But nowadays we think, life is only 50 years. Life is 75. I'll die when 100, I'll be old. Finished. Your thoughts brings you old. Your thought brings to die. How you think that you will be? This is the genes. There's a lot of research. This is a research work. Ancient time, the people live long life. Why? They think like that. But today we don't think like that. Am I clear that? Even our goddess are always virgin. Could you imagine that? They're young all the time. You see, our 33 million god and goddess, they remain virgin. They remain young. So why not you become young? But you have to understand the definition. Again, awareness, the consciousness make you young as well. Understand, your vital energy also can be stay young. But what happening? We are alive in the society, in the samsara. And we are receiving a lot of input to our psychology, to our memory. Is someone old, someone die, I'll be old, I'll be die. So this concept will bring into your consciousness. So therefore, you become old and you become die. So therefore, we say we need right associations, the right environments for the also enlightenment. So when you go to the village, there will, like Oktoberfest in Germany. When you go, what do you get it? You get a lot of alcohols, a lot of smokes, a lot of non-vegetarian food. But that kind of input you get in your brain, your consciousness, your sanskara, right? But you go monastery, what do you get it? You get milk, you get nice sattvic food, you meditate, you do practice pranayam, you practice asanas, you practice yoga nidra. What happens? You becoming healthy. That input. What are you listening? Every day you are Atma, you are the love, and you are the eternal. There is no death. And you feel happy, and you feel relaxed. Then no stress at all. Right? So depends what you put input in your memory, to conscious mind, to your unconscious mind, and to your subconscious mind. Am I clear this? Therefore, they say Chaitanyam Atma. Lord Shiva say that. What is consciousness? Atma only can be consciousness. That means love is the consciousness. Love is not something matter. Love is a state of the consciousness where a person remains peaceful, happy, content, and calmness. These are the skills. Love is not like a water bottle. The definition of love, you remain calm, you remain quiet, you remain blissful, you remain happy, you remain content, you remain peaceful. Right? Remain comforts. Am I clear that? And free flow of the energy. That is the love. If you ask me what is the love, but how we put into definitions. That means, so definition of love means absence of all sufferings, absence of doubt, absence of confusions, absence of insecurity. That's the love. That is love for me. I don't know how you understand love. And when you experience these things, so naturally, all your associate people around you all the time, no matter who is around you, they also love you because you have that love as well. So it is like a magnet. It is like magnetic energy. When you have big field of magnetic energy, iron has to come there, right? The magnet can attract all the iron particles, right? Similarly, when you have love, you create this magnetic field. Even sometimes we are distant, how we feel each other. Why? Because you create a magnetic field of the mind by the consciousness. Even sometimes we are 1,000 kilometers, one country to another country, but still we can feel each other, that the state of the consciousness. How? Because you create this magnetic field. Like television you have here, like we're talking together, what it is? It is the wavelength, it is the state of the consciousness, it is the webs of the energy, webs of the prana. So therefore we can communicate each other, right? Similarly, when you have love, we can also communicate each other as well. It is a state of the consciousness, a state of the energy, the wavelengths. Similarly, when you experience Atma, soul, the love, and then also you can experience love no matter whoever around you. So therefore, when a great people like Lord Buddha, the great master, when achieve the love, like Lord Shiva, he's the love. Therefore, everybody worship Lord Shiva. In India, or our maximum people worship Lord Shiva because he have the knowledge of and wisdom of love, compassion, truth, and he is the supreme consciousness, and he is the eternal. So therefore, we want to achieve. Why worship Lord Shiva? Because we want to also achieve that consciousness. We want to experience compassion, love, the supreme consciousness, content, enlightenment, freedom. Among the all and God and Goddess, Lord Shiva is free. As per our understanding, 33 million God and Goddess. Therefore, Lord Shiva is the liberator, personification of freedom, personification of enlightenment, personification of liberator, who destroyed all the karmas. There are the three gods in India, three deva. Brahma is the creator, Vishnu is the preserver, Lord Shiva is the liberator. I can liberate. Sometimes people translate destroyer. No, that is negative. If you destroy everything, it's negative. You bring liberation, is positive. But sometimes in the war happen, they're killing 1,000 people. They're killing so many people. They say we liberate. You understand? After killing 1,000 millions, they say liberate. Right? They use the word we liberate. But anyway, that was social terminology. And whatever terminology are available, and we must respect. When walking the path of spirituality, we also have to learn one skill, always acceptance. You may like or not like, you must respect and accept as it is. Let it be. That the best way, you will remain peaceful, otherwise you react. And when you react negatively, you face a lot of obstacles, a lot of problems. Right? So I'll take only 5 minutes more. So later we'll continue the science forward, and also there will be new teacher. I invite one lady teacher. She the professor and doctor of the Adiguru Shankaracharya philosophy, Advaita philosophy. So likely she's going to teach on Wednesday or the Thursday. I try to input, some guest teachers. So you'll have some new clips of the understanding of this course. And no one there, I'm available for you anyway. And some Swamis are also, I request, some Swamis are also, they're coming to this platform, they also teaching. But I take in charge of all tantric subjects because it's very difficult for them to teach. So I bring some Vedic philosophers and Vedic philosophies, but I take in charge of tantric philosophies because it's difficult sometimes to explain. Also, ultimately, you have to attain the love and Advaita, the supreme consciousness. All science leads to the enlightenment. So there are a lot of topics. You will study Gita, Upanishad, and the Yoga Sutras for yoga philosophy, and like Shiva Sutras, Vijnana Tantras, and also Sankhya philosophy, Gitas. So many topics are there. So we try our best what we can present you. It's not a 1-2 month. Possible it will extend another month. It's 1 month because you not continue every day the class not possible because Saturday, Sunday more easier to teach you, but other days are a lot of work. So most of the people not available. So therefore, Saturday, Sunday will continue regularly. Possible this course can be extended for another month, but we fix now 1 month, but it can be extended. We don't need to pay the fee for next month. If somebody subscribes, so we do that. So don't worry for that. But I would like to also maybe 2-3 minutes. If you have any questions today, because yesterday we have in the lecture and about Vijnana Tantra, but today's subject is the also the Vanaprastha Sannyasa and following the Shiva Sutras. It's called Shiva Sutra, taught by the Shiva itself. And then we have to understand who is listening this. I did not want details. So must be Shiva Sutra. Who listener? Who is listening? Who is the audience? Who is the audience? Who is there? Like you and me, the audience, but we have to check that. Because most of the science taught by Lord Shiva, who is beloved disciple, the consort, the Sakti, the Parvati, generally. Is all kind of science of enlightenment, the science of Tantra, the secret science of the reality, all taught by Lord Shiva to the Mother Parvati, to the Sakti, to the Bhairavi. Then after that, Mother Parvati and teaching to the common people like us. So we need blessings of the Mother, not blessings of Shiva. I always say that I need blessings of Sakti so that we can understand the Shiva consciousness. So therefore the theme is, and when awakening kundalini, it means you are blessed by the Sakti so that you can attain or you can understand, you can realize the Shiva consciousness, the Bhairava consciousness. And without blessing of Sakti, not possible. So Sakti always has to initiate to sadhakas in order to experience the final love or the final freedoms. Even the tantric concept, the Bhairavi, the Sakti has to initiate the Bhairavi, even their partners as certain things. Anyway, that topic, possible I can repeat, already I speak last a lot of things. No, Atmanam, the 10 secret sadhanas as per the tantric concepts.
That's a Gupta.
But if sometimes you go to YouTube, we can also Google them and check, sometimes read. But the problem is due to not good Wi-Fi, so sometimes happens like this. And I don't have proper people who can recording, so that we can share with you. So Atman is the master who recording and sharing to everyone. Anyway, so any questions, Mike? No. Atmanan?
No questions, but with the love, Yoga means the union between the gross and the subtle, and we learn that the subtle is the Atma, and we try to reach the Atma through samadhi, through meditation, and we meditate for many years, and it's the attitude of harmony and peace that you have to maintain, and this costs little energy to maintain this awareness. It's also connected to energy to maintain the attitude of peace and harmony, and gradually it becomes easier, and you can meditate longer. That you initially, when you say you cannot describe into words how does it feel until you reach samadhi, but many people have described it as with happiness and ecstasy and bliss. And it comes to with this bliss, what I like to connect with the word love. When you're like blessed, you're loved with the God, bliss. It's also where put in the word love behind harmony or peace in that order. It's the lower love. It's like that's a pop song. It's a pop song, Bring Me the Higher Love, from Steve Winwood. And you think nothing by it, but it's a pop song. But when you think of love, you think about attachment, about being cared for, caring for others. But in Samadhi, when you're enlightened, this love, it's like when you're, like in the Yoga Sutras, you are in your own nature. You're your own Atma, you're your soul. When you're realized, yeah, then you feel the love, your bliss. It's the universal love, higher love. It's my take. But you have to put in efforts, right, to reach there.
Thank you for sharing in this platform. And Sylvia?
Just a question with the 4 ways of life. It comes in one's life gradually. And so what are there signs of when one is ready to move on to the next way of life?
Atwana, do you understand, no?
Yes, we had this question with one of your swamis who taught us when to enter. It's like when you're, for the normal civilian people, the first stages, like the scholars from 1 to 20 years old, and for 20 to 40 years old. But then, like for most people, they get in late in a stage, they start getting interested at the age of 40. So it's very easy that very understandable that you start the brahmacharya. For example, celibacy when you're 40 or 50 years old, maybe, because you started late. So it's according also to your personal stage where you are in your personal spiritual progression. That you can tell yourself, well, now I can leave home, now I want to live in a monastery or an ashram or stay at home. I can deal with the people in the factory, no problem for me. It depends upon you where you see yourself. But it's not like in the Western world, it's not like you cannot, it's hard to tell the children about brahmacharya when they're with the TV sets and smartphones. It needs very much engagement from the parents to teach the children to lead the dharmic lifestyle. And it has to be like this way because we're now at the end of the Kali Yuga. It must be this way. And it'll come somehow.
But also it depends the state of the consciousness, how you decide. because everything is the state of the consciousness. Like in the tantric concept, you don't need to marry, but still you can continue and you can use your vital energy and awaken the consciousness, but still you can experience the aim. The goal is to be freedom. The goal is not the attain sannyas. The goal is how to experience love and the final freedom. But they are lifestyles. One can stay in brahmacharya ashram, one can stay in the grihastha ashram, one can stay Vanaprastha or sannyas. One can be enlightenment in any ashrams. But as per concept, when you go sannyas, the final stage, you don't have so many responsibility or so many obstacles. So easier to engage for the enlightenment. You understand me? When not in brahmacharya. So therefore, when brahmacharya ashram or grihastha ashram or Vanaprastha, you have so many duties to perform. You don't have so much time. So this reason, so when you go to sannyas life, so you have enough time, engage more for the higher consciousness. But then sannyas question mark comes, if I achieve higher consciousness, what happened? Of course, it's useless to discuss. If somebody says, what is enlightenment? If I am enlightenment, what will happen? Is useless to discuss. There is no discussion. If I achieve the love, then what happened? Is useless to speak that. You understand? If I attain the love, then what happened? So these are, there is no discussions anymore. If I am attain enlightenment, what happened? There is no discussions. Because enlightenment is something is abstract. It's not possible to discuss. When you attain love, experience, and bliss, what you can discuss? What happens? But you know that what is love, what is the bliss. And you understand their consciousness. You understand their content. You understand that how much you are peaceful, so light and flow. You know that. But if a foolish person coming, if I attain love, what happened? There no discussion. Because you experienced that. Am I clear that, ma'am?
Yes, yeah.
Sylvia, ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm not very friendly. I'm here to respect everyone. Ma'am, in this platform. I sometimes ask, but I have to use this word sometimes.
Thank you.
Although sometimes even close disciple, I say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, what is going? When a close disciple, of course, your name there, I not forget. I think you have got the name Sivarupa, no? Something like that.
Shivarupananda.
So you have to use sometimes the name, then I can call like Atmananda. So for me, so I cannot use the mom, but maybe I can use your name. But I feel like this in the platform. Anyway, so I have a lot of respect to you, so it automatically come to you. So it is state of the consciousness, right? So you can achieve, you can jump it. If you decide intellectual, not possible. Any ashrams, even enlightenment, also not possible. Even the science of Tantra, what I'm teaching last 2-3 years, it's not possible unless you develop the consciousness within yourself. The path does not come to you. Even we know the Surya Namaskar, but morning time you need to get up. Early morning, right? To get up to practice, then get benefits. Even to know everything, if you not make efforts to get up earlier to practice, you gone. There's no time, there's no practice, there's no results. You become sick. No matter what you know. But the matter is how much you make efforts and how much you put into practice, the result comes. Am I clear that or not?
Yes, thank you.
But anyway, you have been studying, you are also practitioners anyway. But maybe you put more practice, you won't put so you develop the consciousness. Anyway, nice to see you in this platform. Thank you. Any other questions? Mr. Belgium. Mr. Belgium. All good.
Good to see you, Swamiji. How are you?
All good means we say all good. All good.
All good is wonderful.
Like all good, alles good, alles klar. Like in German, alles klar.
Wonderful.
All is clear. Alles means all and klar means clear, right? That's my translation.
That's good.
So
all good.
So nice to see you here today.
Thank you for the invitation. I really liked what you were saying. It's really interesting for the trust you need to be trustful to advance and to grow. That was a really nice thing to hear. I also liked how you defined the thing of the love of being absence of doubt, absence of pain, absence of everything which hurts you. That was interesting also to hear. Yeah, wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. It's nice feedback. I'm very happy that to listen in this platform. I don't credit. His credit all goes to the masters. I don't take any credit for myself. Because whatever I had, whatever I experienced, it is all the divine grace and grace of the masters. So all I credit and I offering to the all masters, to the all God, to the Lord Shiva and Mother, Parvati, Mother Kali as well. That is my concept, personal. I'm in front of you because of grace of Shiva. So that is how it is. I was survived also by the grace of Shiva. When I was kid, they always fear I could be killed also because my mother lost 2 children. Even my brother is gone also to the heaven age of 24. So today, if I'm available to you, it is the only the grace of Mother Kali and the Shiva, nothing else. And by grace of sadhus, of course, knowledge comes. So I always think that this body also doesn't belongs to me. Therefore, I'm very clear that whatever I speak today to you, very clearly, it is part of experience. I don't speak any intellectual at all. So my mother prayed to Mother Kali to see a lot, and I was the first child to born in the home. And I never see the mom. Mom already left her body last year. Father left some years before, even I don't know. So their contributions. So thank you and feedback. And there is Vidyananda from Cyprus. Any words?
Swamiji, namaste, Jai Gurudev, Hari Om.
Jai Gurudev.
Sorry, my English not improved.
No problem that you can speak Spanish, no problem.
Because now I have some rules. Talk less, talk slow, talk low, but difficult also. Swamiji, thank you very much for your blessing, and I can attend that course, Vanaprastha Sannyasa. Vanaprastha Sannyasa course. It's very interesting and very important for me to know wisdom, because I feel a little bit nervous, and I feel today I feel my egoistic mind. Maybe I don't long time not listen you. You was busy. No problem, I understand. You have very high sadhana. And today we start to study Shiva Sutra. First Sutra Chaitanya Atma. And now understand Chaitanyam Atma.
I love to repeat.
Chaitanyam Atma. And that I think really wisdom. And now I understand why I'm nervous. Because egoistic mind is difficult to get wisdom. Because wisdom, this is love and trust. But my egoistic mind, long time way to your lesson.
But it's good
thank
that
you. Thank you.
When you realize your egoistic mind, that means you are wise. You are no more egoistic. When you realize I'm egoistic, you becoming wise yourself. You are a wise person. So don't say you are egoistic person. So I feedback, this my feedback, my blessings. You are becoming wise person, not the
Jai
egoistic.
Gurudev, Hari Om.
You are the wise.
Thank you very much. Now I saw big group, very happy, and now I feel good, very nice. Thank you. Jai
And
Gurudev.
sometimes when you realize I'm very weak, it means you are becoming stronger. The moment you realize I'm a weak person, you're becoming stronger. That is my wisdom. Because realization, when you realize you are weak, you're becoming stronger. When you say I'm stupid, you're becoming wise. That is the understanding of yogic understanding, yogic consciousness. You realize. When you say I do mistakes, that means you are doing the right things. Because you realize you're doing a mistake. It means you did right things. So remain positive. The moment you realize mistake, then how can is mistake there? There is no more mistake. Mistake happens, you don't know. But when you realize you're doing a mistake, that means you know. It means you are right. Am I clear that? So I take, as a yogis, we are taking all. But sometimes when I do panchayat sadhana, many sadhana, sometimes I take top decisions. I can be very angry. But I know I'm taking top decisions. I'm angry for this reason. It means I'm wise. And I also helping you this wisdom to you as well. You have to realize always. You have to be mindfulness. You have to be aware. Where is the mindfulness? Where the awareness? No matter what you do wrong, but it is becoming correct yourself. That's the wisdom. But when you ignore it, then you are really wrong. Am I clear that? So never ignore. Face it, the reality. Realize it. And put into the consciousness. And wise people used to done such kind of duty. And wise people say so, and wise people perform such a way their duties. Like Lord Shiva. He takes sometimes top actions, but with the awareness, with mindfulness. Am I clear that? Like Mother Kali, killing many demons, but she's aware. She's conscious. And she's the wise. Right? So be wise, be strong, and good sleep. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidanandamurtaye Nisprapanchaya Santaya Niralambaya Tejase Om Sankaram Sankaracharyam Kesavam Vadarayanam Sutravasakritam Vande Bhagavanto Punaha Punaha Ismara Gururatmeti Murtibheda Vibhagini Vyamavadvyapta Dehaya Sidachina Murtaye Namaha Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Gurubhyo Namah Harihi. So, thanks to all of you.